Simpson. And Japan have gone absolutely without lead. This is Whitmore. Hall and Gale both available. It's still Whitmore. It is the Reggae Boys who take the lead.
Ball chat.
Greetings, sports fans. Happy Wednesday. Big up on yourself. Welcome to BCN Sports Halftime Show. Big up to all the subscribers, new subscribers, returning subscribers. Big up yourself. Always thank you for joining us. Big up yourself. This is Benton along with the family. Big up yourself, George. Are you still?
I'm good enough. And they have this thing. Big up my sister in Keisha. Keisha had this thing where when people get distraught, she open up what them call a wellness center. Well, if you open up a wellness center for a lot of teams,
Junior, Manchester United haven't played yet, so I would try very carefully.
Keep it open. I will be visiting tomorrow.
BCN Sports Halftime Show is about the fans. If we have the phone line open, people can call in and get their thoughts, clear their head, clear them chest, or whatever they want clear. You know, get 1 hour for call in. Well, I guess the time already short. They get 30 minutes to call in. All right, football news is the top of the show. We're going to start with cricket, but we don't know that tonight. Not tonight with West Indies.
Wellness center. Wellness center is open, sir.
Yeah, one less. All right, let's start with football, and we're going to celebrate Theodore Tapper Whitmore. We're going to discuss Jamaican football. Well, we're not celebrate too hard. We're going to big up Tapper, Theodore Tapper Whitmore and Mount Pleasant for securing their first regional title. And discuss schoolboy football. I want to go around Amona and him coach, Mr. Butler. I want to go on with Jamaican Manning Cup action and look at some Doncaster Cup results. We're going to also look at the English Premier League. Junior, that's where we're starting. Of course, World Cup draw is coming down on Friday. So since we won't be here Friday, we're going to take a look at the World Cup draw. But we'll start with the English Premier League. Chelsea. Can't go around it. Chelsea suffered a stunning 3-1 defeat to Leeds. And this is the image of Dominic Calvert-Lewin scoring probably the easiest goal in his life. Julia, what happened to Chelsea? They look so good this past weekend against Arsenal.
Yeah, look, we can use so many excuses. We can call so many excuses for what happened with Chelsea. If I wanted to give an excuse, I can give an excuse. If I wanted to laugh at them, I can give you a comment to laugh at them. And to be honest, I just simply don't know what happened to Chelsea. I have no idea what happened to Chelsea. I can only guess. I can throw some hypothesis out there, but I don't know. I don't know.
Let's call some of the Chelsea fans them. We have some numbers we can call, you know. I think we have about 5, 10, 15 Chelsea fans there, so we can call. We can call some Chelsea fans right now. Hello.
Are you sure they're going to answer, sir? I don't think they're going to answer, you know.
Before we discuss Chelsea in more detail, though, Leeds. 4 games losing streak, Junior. This victory snap a 4-game losing streak. I thought that they were unlucky against Man City. They suffered a 3-2 defeat to Man City at the Etihad. So I don't think Chelsea should feel really bad for losing to Leeds, because it's not like Leeds have been playing poor. They have not been playing poor. The goal by Tanaka was a very good goal. Yaka Bayol scored the opener for them. I mean, it's a Premier League, Junior. This is why you say it's the best league in the world.
And there's a discussion to be had about that statement too, because all right, you say a lot. I think you're trying to throw out a life raft to the Chelsea fans them, and that life raft have some hole in it. So Chelsea fans, before you jump on that raft from Benton, be very careful and going out in the deep end. All right. So Leeds, they were due. they were due for a positive result. But not winning the way you win against Chelsea today. Winning 3-1, and Chelsea made numerous errors. The third goal was just a comical goal. And they looked nervous at some point during the game. Chelsea fans might be fanatics and jump off the deep end. Casual football fans might look at this in one subset and say Chelsea is third in the league. Leeds was in the bottom three. No way this score was supposed to end up the way it did. Something must be wrong. While people like us that watch football the week in, week out might look and say, you know what? They just had a letdown game. They played Barcelona, defeated Barcelona, played against Arsenal with 10 men and can come out with their heads held high. And then you turn around now in a 7-day stretch and have a bad game. It's possible. We could angle the argument that way. Now for Leeds, it was a much needed result, but it's one that they were due for. Because like you said, rightfully said, they had some close games. They had a close game against Man City at the Etihad. They were due for this game. And this is one of those landmine games that we talk about every year around this time, especially in England, where teams that are starting to look and feel the relegation wins, or the winds of relegation might be blowing in their sails. This is when them start knuckle down, buckle up, and start playing some hard football. When outside get cold, and them start to play desperate. Chelsea just end up playing against a desperate team, coupled that with some uncharacteristic errors. It was just a perfect recipe for disaster.
All right, so say I try sugarcoat a whole heap of things, but we don't
No.
because we don't have a whole heap of time in the evening here, so we have to celebrate Tapa. We have to celebrate Theodore Tapa with more.
Right.
Junior, no Moises Caicedo, but when you look at the starting 11 for Chelsea, you have Guyton started, Liam Delap started. Why no Pedro Neto? Why Pedro Neto didn't start the ball game?
Because Estevao was starting, and Pedro Neto did come on for Estevao and scored. So,
But I mean, they started them together this weekend against Arsenal, one on the left and one on the right.
But if you were to look at those three games, and if there was a need to rotate your squad, which one of these games would be the best games to rotate your squad? It would be Leeds. You would say Leeds hands down. Barcelona, Arsenal, Leeds. Which one of these games would you make some?
So this is your rotation. Alejandro's Garnacho not start. You start Gitten, the postman.
Well, you have to try. I mean, all right. Look,
The kind of rotation this.
but you can't. That's hindsight now. That's looking back in hindsight.
Hindsight is one thing, Junior, but it just didn't work.
But so that's it. It just simply did not work.
And even Stevie Wonder could have to say it wouldn't work at Ellen Road with these children going in the bedlam of Ellen Road.
But you're playing against a relegation team.
Yeah, a relegation team. Again, we want to highlight the importance that I think that Man City thieved them last Saturday because they lost the game 3-2. But that goal that Bernardo Silva bounced off the goalkeeper out of the way probably shouldn't have counted. So if you watch tape, and we have watched Leeds, we know that Leeds wasn't far off. You go on Ellen Road tonight, yeah, Bridget, make sure you secure your 3 points.
Yeah, true. Regardless of which team you pick, your priority is still to secure the 3 points. It's not a practice game. So with that, I agree with you. I agree with that sentiment.
So all right. So I can, because this Maresca thing May that scratch me. In the Arsenal game, he went with Reece James in midfield.
Right.
All right. Reece James rubbed bench tonight. So and Andre Santos went into the midfield alongside Enzo. So all right, Reece James a big midfielder that you only need him against Arsenal now.
He's also injury prone. No, all right, this is not fair.
No, me I try. It's not about fear, you know.
No,
because I try
it is
to understand the balance thing. Malo Gusto, the right back, who also started behind Reece James, was on the bench tonight.
So where are you angling? Are you angling to Maresca underestimated Leeds and they come back and bite him?
Me not angle to nothing. Me I try ascertain and I try to figure out why you have your two right backs on the bench, Malo Gusto, and Reece James. Play Trevor Chalba at right back. You have Tosin beside Body Shield na centre back and Cucurella left field. It's almost like a totally different back four. Well, not totally, but the playing position of this back four was different in the Arsenal game.
Right. And he's trying something. Well, I mean, what you're angling towards something. I'm not trying to figure out.
Junior,
you are.
So you don't have a problem with this?
No, you can't microanalyze the coach's decision. He's the only one that can explain it. Now, we have seen some madness in the past, and maybe this is an example of madness. I don't know. But for me, regardless of who you put out in that jersey, they're supposed to go out there and represent Chelsea. You're a top 3 team, you're a Champions League team, and you're playing against a relegation side. It doesn't matter who you put out there, you're supposed to beat Leeds. That should be the sentiment. And Leeds come and overcame that thought process and win. And now we're doing a post-mortem. I think it's more than who he picks. I think it goes to the mentality of the team. Arsenal had the similar tough schedule as Chelsea. They have the similar tough schedule as Chelsea, but Arsenal go out there today and take care of business. Arsenal went out today and even had injuries during the game and still came out as comfortable victors while starting as a lesser team in on the weekend. So the difference now is not in the coaches, players that he's picking, it's the team's approach to the game and the mindset. Something is off with Chelsea, and that's why Arsenal is where they are, and that's why Chelsea and the fans are sitting down on the wellness center, scratch them head trying to understand what the hell just happened today when what I just saw the last 2 games. There's no consistency. It's one thing if Leeds come out and play out their mind, you know. Because you can look at some games and say, you know what? The side was better than me today. It just wasn't my day, right? But that wasn't the case today for Chelsea. They just looked. It's not disinterested. They're just something, I don't know. They look like Manchester United. That's how bad Chelsea look today. They look that inconsistent.
Big up to BM. BM says no can't call Tapa PE coach no more. You know. All right, Julian,
yes, that's true.
Congratulations to Tapa and Mount Pleasant. Big up BM. Big up yourself. Enzo Maresca said after the game, quote, absolutely very poor night. They were better than us in every aspect. We'll try to analyze and learn from this game and focus on the next one.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about possession. Possession, you need the purpose. Today, they were better than us in every aspect and deserve to win. Congratulations to them. After the goal scored, we had 1 to 2 chances, very clear with Cole, with Joe, but the third goal completely killed the game. It's much more difficult. End quote. What was going on with the third goal? What?
The
That
the
Sanchez
third
was
goal,
shouting and really pissed off like he wants to slap somebody in the head.
yeah, because and Benton was at work, so I've never seen
I did
the
watch
defense
well,
that
I
highlight
saw the
was.
third goal. Gusta passed the ball to Tosin, but I will not tell you how I saw it.
I mean, yo, are you asking why Sanchez was screaming?
Yeah, but I'm saying the goal, the coach, what happened on the third goal? The coach said the third goal killed them. How is this level of error happen at, yo?
Um, how does this level of error happen at Chelsea? That is the problem. That is the question. So regardless of who is on the field, why are they making these kind of errors in a game that you're chasing? It's not like you're up 4-1 or 3-1. You are down 2-1 chasing a game, and your defender is making that kind of back pass. I don't even know if it was a back. But I don't know. Something he just had a brain fart.
Yeah, Towson miscontrol the ball. I mean,
Yeah.
the ball was
That
played
wasn't a
back
back
in
pass.
by Marlo. I'm probably Marlo or Augusto should not send it to him. Try to kick it away.
Yeah.
All right, so 3-1 for Leeds over Chelsea. Other EPL results. I mean, I think you highlighted the Aston Villa game. By the way, people, check out the BCN Sports headlines for tonight. Tonight's headlines. You highlighted the 4-3 victory for Aston Villa over Brighton. Your brethren, Ollie Watkins, ended his goal-scoring drought with 2 goals in that game. 11 games, he hasn't scored a goal.
And that was a weird game because Brighton was up 2-0. Brighton went up 2-0. Seemed like they were cruising. And Aston Villa stand back. Now, first of all, Emi Martinez was a scratch right before the game. So they had to start their backup goalkeeper, which put them behind the 8 ball because Emi Martinez have been an integral part of the squad this year. And it just that game to me, and just like the Man City game yesterday, kind of symbolize what the Premier League is this year. And when you look at the Premier League table, you can have 2 bad games and your fan base is freaking out because you're now in the teens. You can have 2 good games and your fan base is over the moon thinking that they're going to have Champions League football next year. Same team. That is how close and crazy the league is this year. So it just that game to me, the Aston Villa Brighton game just symbolized where the league is this year. Because Aston Villa right now is 3rd in the league. Brighton is a team that I don't know about you, but if you were to ask me coming into the season, and if you remember how the season started, I would have never guessed we would have been close to Christmas and Aston Villa is 3rd and Brighton is where they are. I would think it would be the flip. So credit to Unai Emery. And right now the villains supposed to feel extremely nice, but then weekend might park up. So like we say what happened. Interesting times ahead.
Yeah, other results from today's EPL action. Arsenal 2-0 over Brentford. Crystal Palace 1-0 over Burnley. Forest, Wolves' miserable run continues as they suffered another defeat. Liverpool escaped with a 1-1 at Sunderland. ESPN has it as a own goal. Some man say
it was a own
goal. So
yeah, it was an own goal.
I don't know who them give the goal. And ultimately yesterday's result in the EPL, the 5-4, the thriller between Man City and Fulham.
Yeah.
5-4. Looking at it, so looking at the table, and one more game left in this round. West Ham versus Manchester United tomorrow. Let's look at the EPL table, man. Let's look at the EPL table because that's the thing there right now. In fact, let me bring up the EPL table. Arsenal 33 points, 5 points ahead. And, at the conclusion of yesterday's game, Erling Haaland have scored what? 100 goals in his career. In his Man City career?
Yeah, 100 English Premier League goals in 111 games.
Fastest to the mark, right? In the Premier League.
Yeah. 111 games.
Of course, you'll be the fastest to the mark when you play upon an easy side.
100 goals is 100 goals.
I mean, Alexander Isak would have scored 105.
Okay, cool. I mean, they played against the same competition, right? Oh, okay.
Just don't have the same coach.
Okay.
Man City, Erling Haaland said yesterday, by the way, he's playing very good because you see a part of his game that is developing, which is the connect and link up play. He said that, it's good to be a part of the 100 Premier League goals club, but he wasn't happy with the result, the game itself.
Yeah, it wasn't a good game. It wasn't that. Yeah. He said he wanted a much more easier time. I mean, and in a roundabout way, there is some finger pointing in that comment, because basically the way, and this is where I take it, me, and these are the views of Junior and not members of the Man City staff. But the way I take it is, even though he only scored 1 goal, the attack took care of business. The defense let us down. That's how I took his comment. I took his comment like he's splitting it and saying, we took care of our business. Why them couldn't keep a clean sheet and make it easy?
And I think Pep will say, why you never going to help defend?
I actually, what Pep said, and which was funny, Pep said he's getting old. So the players don't respect him anymore. Which also is a loaded statement. It's a loaded statement in Beck. He said it in a joke, but there's more behind that statement.
Well, I think I said on the last episode of Ball Chat, they probably can't cue up the tape. I said Vincent Kompany is probably going to be Man City's coach in another year or a year and 2 years, because I see Vincent Kompany going to Man City as, kind of the homecoming sort of deal. He's heir apparent to Pep, in my opinion, because that's his club. That's a club that really kind of built him in the Premier League, and he's synonymous with. So,
yeah, and that's just like saying Xavi Alonso is the heir apparent to Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool. I think it's the same thing. I don't
Xavi
think.
Alonso, heir apparent and Liverpool. Xavi Alonso is Real Madrid.
He started at Liverpool.
Xavi Alonso is Real Madrid.
Yeah.
I want to just go a pool because I couldn't get no ball game. I Real Madrid in them man the blood, man. It's just like you had, let me not say that. let me not. It's just like you had used Liverpool.
Yeah, you're still going to say it.
You just like you had lose Liverpool if make our next team jealous. That's what Xavi did to get to Real Madrid. All right, 2-2 between Tottenham and Newcastle. I don't know what to make of these two teams, but at any rate, the table is not a lie, because there's both. One is on 11 and in the 11th position, the other one in the 12th position, both on 19 points. So it's not much splitting between those two teams.
But I think that score is the perfect score. You can't split them. Both teams are mirror images of each other. You have no idea which team is going to show up. Now, Tottenham, I am going to use the injury card. You go and fight the injury card. It's all right. But both teams came in the season having high expectations. Now, Tottenham's high expectation was more on one of hope, while Newcastle's high expectation was one of timing. That's the only difference between both teams. Because Nobody's going to look at Tottenham last year and the way they ended last year and forward back this year and say, yeah, man, Tottenham ready to challenge. No.
It's not about challenge, but are they better than they were last year or about the same? Or worse?
I think time will tell. On paper, Tottenham is better than they were last year. And it's showing in the standings. Last year, Tottenham finished what, 17?
Yeah, but they also won a Europa League last year. Does this Tottenham club are going to win nothing this year? Anything about this Tottenham club tells you that they might win something this year?
No, but nothing in Tottenham last year told you they were going to win Europa.
The coach said it last year. Ange Postecoglou said...
And where is he now?
It's not the second year, Bridget. If Forest had given him his second year, granted they might be relegated, they would have won the championship at least.
They would have won the championship last year. So what you saying? You think Tottenham is worse this year than they were last year?
Yo, listen. Thomas Frank is a good coach, so I don't want to dismiss his achievements and his
He's an unproven coach. He's an unproven coach.
Thomas Frank did very well, maybe overachieve with Brentford. But it's that leap, right? You go from Brentford to Tottenham. And normally, even though we have, want to say it, we have to acknowledge that relative to Brentford, Tottenham is a big league, a big club. Yeah. And what is going on is that the inconsistencies with Tottenham and Thomas Frank is I don't understand it. I do not understand it. You play wide ball with these wingers that you have. You went out and you got Mohamed Kudus, who I rate as a baller. You have Mate Stell from last year, who was highly coveted. Mm-hmm. Why is Tottenham struggling so? João Pellinia, who was a general in the CDM role, and was at Bayern Munich, and now Bayern Munich led. Why is Tottenham struggling so much to even see off a bug side?
Look, you can ask that question all you want. Look, a leopard don't change his stripes, or a tiger don't, whichever one. Leopard don't change his spots, or whatever the hell that puss do. Listen, that Tottenham team was a 17th ranked team last year in the English Premier League. Yes, they had a good run in Europa. They beat who they should beat and win the title, right? And that gave them an out to feeling good for last season and gave them a springboard start.
Your idiot side them did beat, right?
Yeah, my idiot side them beat.
Okay.
Levy left early this year, left the post, and who many regarded as the obstacle to Tottenham finding trophy success. Because I won't tell you that Tottenham is a successful team. But if you measure success by trophies, they're not successful. And I think Daniel Levy, however you want him, was the obstacle. So when you add that plus Thomas Frank, who was the darling of the coaches last year, the young coaches, that comes with a hope now of expectation. But reality is hitting the fans and people out there that expected more from Tottenham just because you get Thomas Frank. Listen, you cannot give me, I can't walk in a kitchen and load up the fridge and say chicken back, and you expect me to produce curry goat out of that. It just doesn't work that way. Just because you change the chef, I can't change chicken back into curry goat. I'm sorry.
But you can't make chicken back really taste good. And Thomas Frank is not doing that with Tottenham.
Which is what Thomas Frank is doing.
Just like you take ramen noodles and you season it up and you add some veggies and you make it taste real good. Thomas Frank is not doing this with Tottenham. And he doesn't have ramen noodles. He has something better than that in players.
17 players to 11 players is not chicken back going from steamed chicken to curry chicken back?
No, this is this Tottenham team, and they invested heavily. invested heavily.
Yeah.
Invested heavily. So let's see how Thomas Frank go about it. And I keep scratching my head about this issue with Bissouma and Thomas Frank. Because if you're struggling defensively and one of your holding midfielders, you guys are at ends for whatever reason, I guess Bissouma will be well rested for the AFCON.
And very happy to be on that plane.
And will be very well rested and very rusty too. I wonder what type of football is Bissouma playing now? Sunday league ball game, pick up games to keep in shape?
You never know.
Arsenal on 33 points, Man City 28, Aston Villa 27, Chelsea 24. Rounds out the top four. The bottom three, West Ham, Burnley, and Wolverhampton. West Ham plays Manchester United tomorrow. Yo, I will say this right now. Nuno, do a thing. I really think that West Ham is turning the corner. The problem now is that they will be without Mr. Miserable himself, Lucas Paqueta, which rightfully so should have gotten a red card. So Manchester United heavily favored to win that ball game.
Right. True. But this game tomorrow is not the scary game as a Manchester United fan. You know which game scares me? I think Manchester United will take care of business. It's the next game. They play Wolves next. And Wolves...
That's sad state when the money are scared about Wolves.
No. Just like how Leeds caught Chelsea napping, I think the same thing will happen with Wolves.
Junior, Wolves have not won a single game this year. They're on 2 points. Leeds won 4 games. If Manchester United lose to Wolves, I guess we'll circle back on Sunday about that.
And the game is on Monday.
Oh.
So I'll circle back next week.
Well, Monday daily headlines. Nightly headlines might have a shock upset from the Premier League. Kylian Mbappe, just quickly, Kylian Mbappe scored 2 goals in La Liga to their family as Real Madrid defeated Atletico Bilbao 3-0. It's 25 goals for Kylian Mbappe. Do you think some of the pressure has been, there's been some rumblings around the man himself, Xabi Alonso. Of course, it's Real Madrid and the stress level is different. Do you think that with today's victory, some of the waters will calm there?
Of course. And look, you ever been on a cruise?
What?
Have you ever been on a cruise?
I hate ships. I was on a little boat, and I pee overboard me and vomit. Much less ship. And then the man tell me say, me need to go out the door, go get the sea breeze down my face so I can stop vomit.
No, that's
me a vomit. Apparently it did work though. And there was something intimidating about this thing moving. So I mean, I don't know, cruise thing.
No. All right, so let's use forget about the boat analogy. Let's use a plane. So you obviously clearly you've been on a jumbo jet, right? I'm sure you've been on smaller planes as well, right?
Yep.
All right. If you are the pilot of a plane, if you are used to flying jumbo jets, you're not going to be scared of 40, 50 mile per hour headwinds.
Fair enough.
But if you are a pilot of a little Cessna, 20 mile per hour winds going to scare you. So when people talking about Xavi Alonso was in hot water and blah, 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 that's the outside talking. If Xavi Alonso felt like he was in hot water, brother, you're not the pilot of this jumbo plane. No, you give up your pilot license, Go fly the little sister them in a
But
pilot
Cessna
queue.
used to fly. Leverkusen,
Right.
relative to a jumbo jet, Madrid's a jumbo
Exactly.
jet.
So go back there because you can't handle these headwinds. If this little turbulence, if you call this turbulence, no, go on back where you're coming from. Because the shoes that you are filling in Carlo Ancelotti, we sat here on Ball Chat over the last 6 years chronicling how many times Carlo Ancelotti was in hot water, quote unquote, while the man just kept winning. We sat here and chronicled when Real Madrid was winning during the COVID year, when COVID came back and they were playing, when football came back and they were playing in the empty stadium. And we sat on this show when Real Madrid was still winning and traversing through the Champions League knockout stage. Why is Carlo Ancelotti so passive away from the Bernabeu? If you remember, we sat down. Those are headwinds that create turbulence for like a Cessna pilot. What Carlo do? Carlo say, I'm in a business about them by then. I fly a jumbo jet. I just land the plane with going to a championship parade. So Xavi Alonso, you better do a show. Which, to be honest, I think Xavi Alonso is an expert pilot. Use it to back up that analogy because the way how he treated Vinny, right? When Vinny showed the disdain and walk off the field, and we have absolutely no idea how Xavi reacted. None. You couldn't read his face. You couldn't read his expression. There was nothing about him on that day that pointed you and said, yeah, Xavi bursted at the seams or ray. So, him good, man. To answer your question, I don't think he was feeling any pressure. I think Real Madrid fans were feeling nervousness because if they are having this downturn in results and Barcelona running with the league early, the worst thing that can happen to them is for them to be in La Liga, looking up at Barcelona and knowing they cannot catch them, can't touch them. So I think it's more nervousness from the fans. But if the coach is a big coach.
Speaking of La Liga, Atletico Madrid defeated, Barca defeated Atletico Madrid 3-1. Yesterday, Rafinha returned and it's like he didn't miss a beat. Fast like grease lightning.
Yeah, and
scored in the 26th minute.
After Atletico Madrid took the lead too. So Barcelona seem like they seem like they're finding a gear, you know. And Rafinha just showed that his plug and play in terms of wingers at Barcelona right now in their stable, which means that it's consistency. I'm not talking about his system ball. That's not what I mean. What I mean is the players are that fine-tuned with the system right now that the whole squad is consistent, which bodes danger for the rest of La Liga.
Barcelona leads La Liga. Pull up the La Liga point standing because we know so the 5 Barcelona fans they want to see it. Barcelona leads La Liga points table 37 points, Real Madrid 36, Villarreal 32, Atleti 31 rounds out the top 4. Atletico Madrid rounds out the 4. Atletico Bilbao. Atletico Madrid rounds out the top 4. Real Boyd down the bottom. That's it for the La Liga roundup. I mean, nothing else to really steer. Real Betis sitting in the 5th position is interesting. Yeah, nice good work there by Emmanuel Pellegrini and Real Betis.
And it's a follow-up. It's a follow-up from last year's run too, because they were having some good runs last year. So
nice good work there by Emmanuel Pellegrini.
Yep.
All right, let's go to Jamaican football news, Junior. We can't go around it no more. Theodore Tapper Whitmore and Mount Pleasant secured first and foremost their first Caribbean regional title. Tapper was, of course, elated, but still quite calm. at the post-match press conference, Junior. I mean, Jamaica at what? Second year in a row for Jamaican teams winning this competition. Cavalier did it last year. And no,
I think it's only 4 teams. I think they're the 4th Jamaican team to win this competition.
Yes, Cavalier, Harborview, Portmore. I think I'm Portmore.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep. The game ended 3-2 on aggregate, 2-2 in the second leg. Goal by Terry McGee Jr. I was a bit surprised that Universidad O&M, actually both teams advanced to the CONCACAF Champions Cup by being the finalists. The only difference is that Mount Pleasant advanced to the round of 16 by winning the trophy, but both teams advanced to the CONCACAF Champions Cup. I was a bit surprised that Universidad O&M was that competitive.
Loaded. That's a loaded statement there. Especially seeing that Mount Pleasant had to chase the game twice. They had to come from behind twice to draw the game. It's a final, and one them want to win and play out their mind. Nothing wrong with that.
So you are not surprised by the 2-2 game?
Nope.
Knowing that the first leg ended 1-0 in
1-0, no.
In Dominican Republic.
No, it's a final. I mean, we're not talking about a world beater versus Sisters of the Poor. We're not talking about Chelsea versus Leeds here, sir.
Well, I mean, I think Tapa Whitmore and the Sportsman's press conference alluded to how superior Jamaica is. Jamaican teams, a world beater relative to these other Caribbean teams.
And to quote him, he did say Jamaican football is on the rise.
Yeah, him talk about infrastructure, that's all. But even without rising, they might beat the side. Because him said this is showing how Jamaica, we have the talent or something to that effect, right?
And what are these players playing at Haiti again? I'm get rid of the Haitian players.
I mean, but that's irrelevant. Tyreek McGee was the man last night.
Yeah, I mean, look, big up to our Dominican Republic brothers and sisters. I hear I might risk losing 5 subscribers.
But when you go about and saying big up, this is where the next shoe will drop, because clearly
I'm about to drop a size 15, sir.
No, we wanted to keep the 5 subscribers, Bridget.
All right, let me drop a size 12. This is not a baseball. So, Dominican Republic, a baseball country. So they did their best. They tried, which is what you alluded to. But it's a final, and big up Whitmore, big up to Coach Whitmore, big up to Tyreek McGee for persevering. Remember Tyreek McGee were chronicled what he went through. What 2 years ago, leaving the USL. We joked about him playing for it was a Mona FC, but the Phoenix squad. We had the MG, was it Military Guna incident with Coach Butler when he brought that Tyreek McGee was going to transfer into JPL, and which turned out to be true. Then
Military did break Guna MG Sports.
Yeah, Military broke it when Coach Butler was saying that Tyreek McGee going to Belgium. Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure it was Belgium. I think it was Genk.
I think Military Guna reported that him giant.
Him giant. It wasn't Mullines. It was What Phoenix team at the time? What the Phoenix team was at the time? This was before Veer. Or is it Veer? Veer Phoenix.
Veer Phoenix. No, it's Chapelton Maroons.
I think you've decided Veer.
Veer Phoenix relegated. Now it's Shapotan Maroons. Phoenix.
Right. So he persevere, him go through a lot. And it must be a great feeling. And it's not many times we get to celebrate retribution. It's not many times we get to celebrate perseverance, especially for a young player. And it's not many times we get to see perseverance on the highest level, because this is the highest level for Mount Pleasant. This is the equivalent.
What do you mean? Highest trophy them can win?
Yes.
I mean, they will be in the CONCACAF Champions Cup.
Benton, this is the highest trophy they can win. Come on now.
They are in the CONCACAF Champions Cup, and we saw how Cavalier pushed Inter Miami last year, and we have Coach Tapper this year with the script, with the key, with the formula. Who knows?
So you're going to go from pushing Miami, who never win the tournament last year, to who knows this year. You think they're going to make that big of a leap from being league fillers to league contenders? No.
Listen.
Jamaica, and this is the same Jamaica will fail for qualify for the World Cup?
But I thought you said not yet.
Well,
BM
not
says
yet.
DR is on the rise, Junior. In football, it's one of the and yeah. DR is on the rise in football. Junior, DR is on the rise in the Caribbean by this youth
trying my
Marion.
best. Go ahead.
This youth Marion who was with Real Madrid came out of DR. DR striker. Jamaica have a Real Madrid player. Jamaica have nobody play for Real Madrid. Jamaica, what's the biggest side that Jamaican play for? Liverpool. Has a Jamaican ever played for Real Madrid or Barcelona? DR can say a man from DR play for Real Madrid, the biggest side in the world.
I'm trying my best, Benton. Oh my God. I'm trying my best not to say this. You and BM is just pushing me off the ledge to say some things that DR people go ahead. You know what? Let me say it. You asked if a Jamaican play for Real Madrid. You know why? You know why, Benton?
Go ahead.
Because back road are invested in like over DR.
Well, all right, fine enough. Fair enough. But Mariano did explore and go Real Madrid and actually came to the Real Madrid ranks and played for Real Madrid. Played as recently as 2 years ago. Now he's with some other side. Which Jamaican player played for Real Madrid? We know Leon wanted to go to Real Madrid. Well, he said playing for Jamaica would make him go Real Madrid. So, we don't know if that means I want to go Real Madrid or not, but...
Well, guess what? We have a Jamaican playing for a team that beat Real Madrid. They beat Real Madrid main rivals last week.
Well, by association, Chelsea, Barca. Is at the end of the day, you know. All right, so big up to Coach Theodore Tapper Whitmore and his team achievements. I mean, of course, they've won the Premier League and they've won now the Caribbean Cup. And I think for Tapper, this is another thing in his arsenal and his CV. I by now I hope Tapper learn for coach. This must be improving, Tapper. Because we all learn for coach. This must be all learn for improve in whatever craft. See, BCN sports are improved significantly. Tapper's coaching are improved significantly too. So it's just part of the process, you know?
Yeah.
All right, Junior, we have gone around this thing long enough. Schoolboy football. Over here, so we don't know. The well-documented video of one Mr. Craig Butler and the referee after the what is it? Which game? Elham?
Elham, yeah.
Yeah, Elham. When they Mona suffered a 1-0 defeat to Elham, and the behavior and the vibes where I get from Mr. Craig Bullhead Butler, not up to scratch. Junior, what? They played JC today in a must-win game. Talk to me, Junior, because I know you watch that game and watch it very, very closely.
Two things to talk about it. That well, I already met the DR Backroad comment, which hopefully people get the reference and get what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you didn't bring up another back road. They have another back road for Jamaica.
Well, I could go there too. I actually could go there. Actually, yeah, I can go there, but I won't go there. Jamaica College went out to a 2-0 lead over Mona, and Mona came storming back in the second half, drew the game 2-2, but they needed a third goal and couldn't find it. Whoever is above, and not Issa, not talking about from an admin perspective, but that game, I think there was about I was watching it on CVM YouTube page, and I want to say it was about 3,000 to 4,000 people watching it at that moment.
While I was watching popular game. The people that watch the game.
It was a very popular game.
I'm surprised the CVM stream never broke down.
Well, it's YouTube. YouTube won't break. If YouTube never break down, you need a lot more views live watching that to break down YouTube. But whoever is responsible for brand schoolboy football dropped a ball. Craig Butler inadvertently is, and what I think is so ironic, ironic might not be the right word, but I think is funny for Craig Butler is he creates must-see moments and he doesn't take advantage of it because he doesn't even know he's creating must-see moments. He's being himself. With him being himself, he creates moments that if you have a streaming service, you love Craig Butler. Because the video...
reality TV you talk about?
It's not even... It's bigger than reality TV. Because reality TV is scripted, even if the people that are participating in it, the producers scripted. With Craig Butler, he's not scripted. He's being himself. He was genuinely disappointed after the Eltham game, and he publicly showed his disdain towards the referee and towards the system. Something that many coaches have done, but they don't have the charisma and they don't have the backing, or not backing, but they don't have the history of Craig Butler. Craig Butler should start a podcast, and he would probably be the most watched Caribbean podcast in the world.
But I thought he did, Junior.
He did, started it, and
in fact, didn't he squeeze me out of Flow Sports?
Allegedly, but
he did.
Listen,
and
listen,
he had
yes, hold on, Benton. No, Benton. No,
Brandon Carvalho every week.
No,
I don't talk. We are being honest with the people.
Hold on.
And every week, Brandon Carvalho hold on,
Mr. Butler, I know you're going to hear this. I know you're going to hear this. Link us.
No bother with
The
that.
Butler, no.
No, Link Jr.
No. Link us. And listen. Because at a boss thing, if I want, me can link you. Can text you right now, you can respond if you want to respond. But I want you to link us. I will do something. Because we will start it out right. Because we know how to build the thing right.
We know Link Jr.
So now to the game on the field, I think Mona cracked under that pressure that Craig Butler created for the team. Now they showed up in the second half and did very well in the second half. Very well. And I think they were very...
Julian, not to cut you. But some of these players over KC, are these actual high schoolers?
At JC?
Over JC, sorry.
I don't know, you know.
Look on this, brother, yeah.
Wait, Dad. Hold on. Okay, you are more guarded than I am.
Yes.
But
Me not go to town, a country me there.
At this moment, never be the guarded one. I'm never save us. Let's see if you save us. So without go down that.
All right, so me ask BM, you have any opinions about these JC players?
No, without go down that road. No, let's not go down that.
We can't imagine who's a JC alumni right now. Ask him. What is?
No, let's not go down that road. But
man, them look like a big man still.
And that's been the case from day one.
From day one. Yeah.
What you say? So what Benton is saying is nothing new.
Yeah, from it. Well, look at you, Junior, trying to clean it up.
What for clean up? And big up Donald Stewart, aka Stu Pease. His son is on that team.
Yes.
Yeah. So JC, it was a high spirit game. You could tell based on the energy on the field, you could tell based on the energy coming through the stream that there was something else behind this game. And for those who know the history, know Craig Butler is a JC old boy. He's been on the show talk about the JC Manning Cup team that he was on that almost won the Manning Cup that year that he was there. And we know now, we have to be careful. We know now that JC old boy is the one nothing to do with Craig Butler. So all of that kind of culminated in the game today. That saw a nervy affair. We also know that one of JC's coaches is a part of the Mount Pleasant coaching staff. So he's coming off a Champions Cup win. He came to the sideline a little bit late today. So there were just so many moving dynamics that occurred during that game that whoever is above schoolboy football in Jamaica missed an opportunity. They missed an opportunity. Wait, me ever said back in his day, that wasn't the case. I'm surprised they allowed them to play with certain hairstyles. Talk about the hairstyles. Yeah. Hairstyle, you're right. I thought it was talking about the age.
See, now you are taking things far, I am not alleging that these players are older than they are. I am saying that these players look like grown men, which is a different. Now, you are talking about age. And we know, all of us know that JC, and big up to the JC family and JC LLC, them man they work and recruit heavily nationwide, which is something that we may have a big problem with them. But because I'm going to Green Island, now Westmoreland going to take away Manning's potential players that could play for Manning. So, big up to JC. So, I am not saying that these players are older than them just Them look like a grown man. I guess the same thing akin to Whisper. See how we see Whisper roll out for Jamaica right now. Last time we saw him, and we said, yo, Whisper look like a big man. And he's what, 18? 18 just turned 19 one year.
But what are you saying? Are you saying that country boy them look bigger than town boy them?
I guess when you have access to certain resources, and JC does have access to a wealth of resources. That's why them ballers them. Yeah.
It's one thing JC have when whole of Jamaica don't have. Is they have the ability to cannot hide. And you have to be very ballsy for good JC. You know why? The only school uniform in Jamaica that is easily identifiable is Jamaica College.
It's JC.
One full suit of blue. You can't hide. You can't hide. Now when you look at somebody in them khaki, which school are you would they go? I don't know, because I'm not saying an epaulet, I'm not saying a tie. Which school are you would they go? And the full blue, JC that you would that one.
So I mean the game ended 2-2, Junior.
Yeah.
Goals by Kishen Lee Chin for Mona and Jamon. I mean, you them don't really want, and a penalty for
that's
JC.
why I said tread lightly.
Was it a penalty though? Or did Butler have any?
The first goal was a penalty. The second goal was a Chelsea like back pass, and the youth dive on it and strike it. A good shot too. Okay. From inside the 18 for the second goal for
so big up JC, big up yourself. So what does this mean for Mona now?
They are all win versus JC to make it to the quarterfinals.
Okay.
And of course, they only got a draw. So
yeah, man, big up. And of course, there is the man himself, Mr. Bullet. Him look calm. Them shave him. Maybe I beard a Riley. Miserably in my old age. Big up yourself. But you mentioned something today, and I think that was a question I'm going to ask you. You've been watching a lot more schoolboy football of late, and in terms of the level, anything stood out to you? I mean, these are supposed to be two premier programs in Jamaica Schoolboy Football League.
Yeah, so like for me, when I watch these games, I have to be careful analyzing these games and know that I'm not looking through a 43-year-old eyes. I'm looking through it as from 18-year-old and 17-year-old eyes when I'm judging these players, right? But I can see why Jamaican football, local football, is the way it is. By watching, when I sit down and watch these Manning Cup games and these Acosta Cup games, and you have some teams that are limited. You have some teams that are just not as talented as other teams. I'm not talking about the disparity in talent. I'm talking about the overall skill play. I'm talking about the overall standard of play. You watch a game today, it's a high visibility game. And the youth, them, you can tell, they are bigger, stronger, faster for their age range, right? They are gifted physically. However, technically,
they're not there. So the fundamentals are not. So what about the Mona players? Because it's something that Craig is big on. I mean, this is a person where we reason with about ball game. Based on your assessment, was his players up to the scratch in terms of technical?
Yes, okay. They were more regimented. So you can tell.
Well, it's one thing for regimented and talent and technically sound, because he always preached the ability to play with both feet, being able to control and utilize.
Yeah, but those are general statements.
Okay.
So Craig has it right, Craig has it right, and a lot of coaches have it right because they know football. Regardless of what people want to say about Craig Butler, he knows football.
Yeah, man, he knows football. Yeah,
so I know what a good player should look like. I know what a good player should be able to execute. Now, can this player execute it? No. Can I make that player execute it? In most cases, no. You cannot develop that player because it's too late. And for you to get them from point A to point B is more than a year, is more than 2 years. It is something that takes a long time. And that is what I am seeing missing in the Jamaican players. This will sound disrespectful, and my eyes, again, in my 40-something eyes, I try to think of it through my 18-year-old eyes. I did 1 year of a high school in America. And I can tell you that when I played football at my high school, my 1 year, it wasn't a Caribbean team. It was an American-based, American players-based team, right? The man is not skillful worth a crap. There's no skill, none. It's not a bag of Denilson and Cristiano Ronaldo. It's not a bag of that. But I can promise you this. My high school, Rickards in Tallahassee, came fourth in district because we lose to Wakala 2-1, which we lit the bar twice, but still exported. But that was a great game by me, and I never scored. Anyway, we came fourth in district. That team that I was on would destroy JC. Destroy JC. We would kill JC. And JC...
Which JC? That JC at the time?
JC I saw today. The JC I saw today. That money cup team I saw.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, your side, but you have to compare it to the JC at the time. Not the JC.
No. We're talking about football skill now, and that's the reason why my side would beat JC. I left Arden, and big up D-Wise. Arden was a rebuilding time when I left Arden. When I was at Wolmer's, their 94 Money Cup winning year, I was there. I was on the Pepsi team. Right? That Wolmer's team, my high school team, would give that Wolmer's team a run for them money. Not when say we'll beat that Wolmer's team, because that Wolmer's team had Puppy Dog and them youth there. It's a different, and them had Baby Gardner. It's a different level of footballers were on that team. But my high school team, nowhere near as skillful as that Wolmer's team. But we will give them a run for their money. You know why? When I came to America and I went to go play football, they had what they call a conditioning period. And the coach looked at me and said, yo, I don't care if you come from Jamaica, I don't care what you can do. You have to run a mile in under 4 minutes. And if you are a girl, and you want to play for the girls' team, you have to run a mile in under 5 minutes. Running a mile under 4 minutes. No, lie better, not 4 minutes, under 5 minutes. 5 minutes for boys, 6 minutes for girls. Running a mile is 4 times around a 400-meter track.
Yes, 1,600 meters.
And the goal was, if as hard as it would be, try to have the endurance to run 1 time around the track in under 60 seconds and run that 4 times. And if you can't do that, we're not talking about if you play football.
Yeah, but Junior, you play ball in the American system where you could make repeated subs. Junior, come to that drink, come off, and go back on.
Menton, when you were in Jamaica, you ever think about run mile in under 5 minutes?
I was actually definitely not, but I did run. Well, I tried.
But that's the thing. It's a different approach.
I did run track, but I did try to run track.
But it's a different approach. It's a different approach to the ball game, and that's just physically.
Yeah, I mean, it's everything with stamina and intensity when it comes.
Right, but forget about physicality. Think about, because when we watch them play today, both Mona and JC at times look like the ball was a balloon.
Yeah. And also, to be fair, the season was disrupted, right?
No bother with that.
So
no bother with that.
Practice the ball, Junior. They play the ball.
No, Benton. Touch is touch.
Touch is touch.
Touch is touch. You can take Thierry Henry right now when I play football for much years and put a ball 3 million miles in the air and he come down and not bouncing away from him. Touch is touch.
Junior, we see big Ronaldinho do that one day and I struggle, all right?
No, the struggle for Ronaldinho is not struggle for
Don't say it, Junior.
Bruno Fernandes.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
No, but on a real though, and the youth them today, them tried like this is some big time cross ball and some big time change wing. And you can see the attempt to play high level football, but with low level technical ability. Yeah. So if me was a coach, if me was a coach a team like Jamaica, me I tell everybody cancel them Peacock subscription. Nobody watch Premier League. Nobody watch La Liga. Nobody watch Bundesliga. Because we can't play at that level. If you cannot simply look at somebody, which I saw this today. Me said a JC player have the ball and he wants to pass the ball to the midfielder. And one thing that Craig Butler, Donovan Dookie and all of the coaching staff always talk about when they get a chance to talk. And Craig always attack. One thing that he talks about all the time is the press, right? And that's something that he's heavily invested in, having a team that can press. And he believes in the genetics of Jamaicans and being bigger, faster, stronger. So why sit back, right? So with you being JC and you know they're going to press you, me see a baller stand up and want to pass a ball to our next youth. And there's no more players around the player with the ball. But you can clearly see in the video, the player he's going to pass the ball to that he's telegraphing the pass to, you can clearly see a more player on his left shoulder coming. And where did the youth pass the ball? To his left foot, to the brother's left shoulder. Right? Something like that, which was something that in my 1 year up here was something that my coach drilled into us. Where if you see somebody on him left shoulder, pass the ball to the player's right shoulder. And if you are the receiver, which is the key is this. If you are the receiver of the ball, if the ball is leading you somewhere and your back is turned, you turn with the ball because you're supposed to trust the person passing the ball, knowing that he is sending you in the right direction.
Yeah.
That little simple thing is what would fix our midfield. And guess what? Jamaica did not qualify for the World Cup because we did not have a player that can pass the ball to somebody in the midfield to turn and release the pressure and move the ball quickly. Something as simple as that cost Jamaica a World Cup qualification.
It's
and you
simple,
saw...
but it's not simple. It has to be taught, right? And it takes repetition and being able to do it because it's not just the ability to do it. It's the confidence in self to execute it. And how you execute it is doing it over and over. Because it's a stressful, especially with Pitney. And maybe this is probably something that we should give Craig Butler credit for regarding this approach, this press approach. Because you highlighted lack of technical ability, or the prevalence of the lack of fundamentals. If you have a team that go and press the opponents that lacks these fundamentals, then you going more often than not going to gain an advantage when the opponent's going to turn over the ball. You don't need to be versed heavily in the technical side of things yourself. But if you are executing a concerted press, a press that is well deployed, 9 times out of 10, most of these teams going to turn over the ball in a morning cup when you play them.
It's a cheat code.
Yeah.
It's a cheat code.
Yeah.
That cheat code.
So I guess credit to JC for being able to weather that and then find a way to score goals.
No, man, them lucky are the JC old boy that works on Obi up and Craig.
Hey, yo, again, and me talk about No, I tread carefully around JC talk, and you just said that.
My best friend went to JC, so
Yeah, my
listen.
family there, JC, so big up in
The JC old boy then can relax on yourself, man.
But congrats to JC 2-0 to Jamaica College, as now Mona is out of the tournament. I think BM had a question, or I had a comment there. So BM, I think BM have BCN Sports all to himself. Big up. Hey, this is how we run for number one fan, you know. Don't know. I think BM said Calabar. I thought Calabar him said BM Calabar won, but Calabar no win. Them draw, right? Did he say Calabar and Kingston College in the 2-2?
How about get better the rivals, KC? I'll move up, man.
Big up to C-Bar. Big up to KC and C-Bar. That game ended 2-2. And then, but sometimes it's hard to find information on Issa page. We understand, say, things kind of rough.
No, you have to go Jamaican schoolboy football on Facebook. That's more up to date.
Yeah, but I know Issa page at.
Well, we don't care about Issa. Issa.
Me know schoolboyfootball.com.
Craig Butler, Linkway. Issa, Linkway. On a joke. And the content creator of Jamaica, on the sitting on a gold mine, or on just have got it right. You know, I believe that.
Big up to all the content creators of Jamaica. Big up on yourself. Junior, leave the man them alone. Schoolboyfootball.com, Dakar Cup quarterfinal. The mute always do some great work regarding this page. So big up. I don't know who run the page, but schoolboyfootball.com. I think I want you name Fabian. I think I trying to remember. But the Dakar Cup zones for the quarterfinals. Zone 1, Cornwall, CC, Glenmuir, Kemps Hill, McGrath. Zone 2, Christiana, Clarendon College, Dintil, and Stets. Saturday games are Cornwall versus McGrath, Glenmuir, Kemps Hill, Stets, Clarendon College, Dintil versus Christiana. I mean, I think the bottom line in schoolboy in this Dakar Cup thing is all about Teacher Hyde. I mean, he's no longer at Clarendon College. He's no over at Glenmuir. Glenmuir, who was very close in the past, and now you have a man who was, a serial winner, right? As the coach over there. So this might be the year for Glenmuir to win this thing.
And there goes Goatmouth.
No, this might be the year. When they go mode, they never did win. So I can't go mode. Well, maybe they won one year. But Clarendon College used to dominate the thing. Used to dominate the thing.
Oh, BM said that the game drew. That means the result meant that Calabar advanced to the group stage. From the group stage. So Calabar going to the quarterfinals for the first time in 7 years. And defending champions KC got eliminated.
Okay, respect.
Nothing like seeing KC tears. Hey, that's why Sean don't say nothing about Money Cup this year. Now. You realize every year Sean talk about Money Cup,
Not this year. This year I'm focused.
Not this year. Sean don't say nothing about Money Cup this year, that group, Sean, me a prayer.
Yeah, all right, see that. All right, respect, BM. Thanks for the clarity. Thank you.
Yo, country probably feel something like heart a while ago. BM stick him.
Yeah. Yo, I hate that, I hate that.
I hate that.
10 p.m., right? 10, 11 right now. Anything else? Junior, World Cup draw is on Friday.
I don't care about the World Cup. We're not business about the World Cup draw.
Is BCN Sports doing a World Cup draw live?
Hell no. Bonfire upon World Cup. Your president going to be there.
There's gonna be a lot of A-listers, along A-list of assistants, Tom Brady, Shock, and of course the man where
and the village men.
the YMCA,
they're going to sing YMCA because Trump. You saw the news that Trump will be awarded the inaugural FIFA Peace Prize.
Yeah. And by the way, we have to catch this on the headline tomorrow. Neymar defies injury with a hat-trick to put Santos out of relegation zone. So Neymar was instrumental. Neymar is really trying to be at the World Cup, you know. Really trying to be there. But Junior, according to
the which part?
According to the draw for this coming World Cup draw this coming Friday, anything in particular? I'm gonna go to the pot again, Jonah. Anything in particular?
Other than we know that the top four teams will not see each other unless they make it to the semifinals.
Do you have any problems with that?
Yes, I have a lot of problems with it. I don't know if I'm getting old because I know what we live in the information age, right? So with the information age, we have a over saturation of information, and sometimes we will learn some things that we just don't need to know. And I never need to know this. It's like when I tell you with the Gold Cup, America and Mexico will never play each other in the Gold Cup unless it's in the finals.
So wait, you are telling me that you accept that the man will cook the tournament, and you don't want them acknowledge that the tournament I get cooked?
Me as a fan don't want to hear that I'm cooking the tournament because it takes away from the luster of the tournament.
Yeah, but if you know so them will cook, what does it change? This is just admitting what you already know.
I am not. No, I didn't know they were cooked. That's what I tell you.
Did you speculate that they used to cook it?
We know. No, I never thought about that with the World Cup. All right,
you speculate that CONCACAF is cooking it.
No, CONCACAF definitely cooked the Gold Cup. They would know that. That is not speculation. That's 100% pure facts. You will never see a Gold Cup with America and Mexico playing in the first round. Never. It will never happen. It will never happen. So with that, knowing that information, it takes away from the shine of the Gold Cup. That's why I don't really care about the Gold Cup like that. As long as Jamaica go out and just play a couple games well, because you know by the time we reach semifinals, that's it. You job well done, go about your business. Right? So what they're doing with the World Cup right now, to me, making me hear that to me, it's just like whatever. I don't, because I watch the World Cup and it's not even as exciting. And for me, personally, I have lost my excitement for the World Cup. Not because Jamaica, that's why BM said, but still depressed from November 18th, like most Jamaican fans. No. I used to look forward to the World Cup. I used to look forward to certain teams. This World Cup, to me, with all of these noise that is coming around it just take away from it from me. I really don't care. Maybe I would change around March, February, not even February, around April, May I might change. But right now, no. Better.
Yeah.
You know, sir, in a college, I was my bridging them. My apartment was the World Cup hub. And you know what we did?
Yeah.
We got a splitter, a cable splitter on the days when, can you remember, you had the days, the last round games.
Mm-hmm.
Last games of the first round, they played simultaneously. Right?
Yes. Not to give anyone any sort of.
My apartment, we had a splitter. And my Virgin bring Theme TV, and we had 2 TVs set up with cable wire, coax cable. Back then, that it wasn't even fiber optics. It was raw copper coax cable. We split it. I have 2 TVs set up and watch 2 games simultaneously. That was how much of a work. That summer, me make sure that my classes of me was going to take had nothing to do with the World Cup schedule. We know my World Cup schedule, they them well off. No, I don't even care. Like, whatever. But not even look forward to days off.
So,
at work.
So part 1, Canada, Mexico, USA, Spain, Argentina, France, England, Brazil, Portugal, Netherlands, Belgium, Germany. So each of those teams will get their own group.
Right.
Part 2, Croatia, Morocco, Colombia, Uruguay, Switzerland, Japan, Senegal, Iran, Korea, Ecuador, Austria, Australia. Part 3, Norway, Panama, Egypt, Algeria, Scotland, Paraguay, Tunisia, Cote d'Ivoire, Uzbekistan, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, South Africa. Part 4, Jordan, Cape Verde, Ghana, Curacao, Haiti, New Zealand, Europe playoff, Europe playoff, Europe playoff, Europe playoff, FIFA playoff, Jamaica, FIFA playoff, the other one. So Jamaica could be in part 4, Junior. No, that could be. Jamaica in a part 4 are going to hold until them officially eliminated, if they do get eliminated.
Until further notice.
So the major changes in the World Cup is, like you said, like you highlighted, is the top 4 ranked FIFA teams won't meet until the semi-final, in the event that they each win their group, right? So if they don't win the group, then they have to kind of run up into another one. So
I think they cook it in a way that will never happen.
no, I mean, it's the winning in the group is the essential part. They have to win the group for Avida.
It was always like that.
No, but no, the draw is set up from what and unless I totally miss something, the draw is set up that if they win the group, they will avoid each other until the semifinal. If they don't win the group, then there's a possibility that they can face each other.
Okay, but I think that's how it was always. I'm pretty sure that's how it was always.
No, so it wasn't always because of that seed, that 1 through 4 seed did not get that preferential ranking before. This is the first time they're doing that. So the 1 through 4, the 4 highest ranked FIFA teams in the November ranking, they will get that preferential treatment. This is the first time that they're doing it.
Me hear you.
No, and that's according to BBC and other sources, because to be honest with you, I didn't read the nuts and bolts of a draw before, but this one I definitely read it in detail, and this was one of the changes and the reason why FIFA decided to do this is to foster or promote more attractive games later on. They said this is something that is quite prevalent in other sports. Like in a tennis, for example, I think was one of the things them highlighted. In a tennis, the big ranked tennis stars, them now gonna play each other early in a Grand Slam. They will be on different side of the thing. Now FIFA is taking that similar approach. We'll make sure the top 4 teams, top 4 ranked FIFA teams in the November Coca-Cola FIFA ranking, won't see each other unless they reach the semifinals. Granted, they win the group.
Okay, me hear you, but I am 99% sure it was always like that. If you win the group,
BBC said no.
No, that I can prove it to you.
All right.
The group winners before, and maybe because when they had the 32 teams, it kind of balanced out in groups of 4, right? Because we have the 32 teams, it's divisible by 4. So you can have 4 different lines coming up with where you have 8 teams in each line. And if you're the group winner, you won't see the other line. That's how it was before. So maybe that they make sure they maintain that with the top 4 ranking now. Because if you were a group winner, you'd never see a group winner until the semifinals.
So the top 4.
So that's why.
This is reading verbatim from the BBC article by Dale Johnson. The top 4 seeded countries will not be able to meet each other until the semifinals of next year's World Cup for the first time in the tournament's history. FIFA has announced that Spain's first seed, Argentina's second seed, will be paired and placed into groups in opposite halves of the draw.
Right.
France and England, 3 and 4, will also be paired, which means England will not be able to come up against Spain or Argentina until the semifinals.
Right.
And France until the final. This only applies if the 4 countries win their groups. When 2 teams are paired, they are placed in opposite halves of the knockout bracket and cannot meet each other until the final. This means this happens at Wimbledon in the Champions League format also, where seeds are kept apart in pairs. So
But
maybe in the past they have kept apart by individual, but now they're doing it in pairs.
No, but that also happens in March Madness, where you have the top 4 seeded teams.
Yeah.
Them going to different regions. So if you're them have it in that region, so you're not cross-pollinating. So your region, your line, going to play all the way up to a winner.
So FIFA wants to ensure top-ranked countries do not meet early knockout rounds, thus potentially creating blockbuster games later in the tournament.
Right. So it's not it's not dependent on group winning. Whether you win the group, as long as you qualify out of the group, you're not to the next team.
No, but it says right here, quote, this only applies if the 4 countries win their groups.
Go up on Sky Sports. Because beat up on
BBC, so which one you have believed?
I am on Sky Sports, and it says in a tennis style, and you're more like they're right, but me just not tell you what me read. In a tennis style similar to the one adopted by FIFA during last summer's Club World Cup, the 2 top teams in the current FIFA ranking, Spain and Argentina, will be on opposite draw pathways, as will the 3rd and 4th ranked team sides, France and England, to ensure competitive balance. As a result, the 4 nations will be placed in different quadrants of the knockout phase and will be separated into pots. Therefore, England will avoid European champions Spain and world champions Argentina until a potential semi-final, while France, who beat the 3 Lions in the World Cup quarterfinals of 2022, are unable to meet Thomas Tuchel's side until the final. This does said nothing about, there's no stipulation about winning group. It is set that regardless of once you qualify out of the group, you're not still the other team, because you're in that line, and that's how I understand it too. No,
but clearly, if you win the group, you get a higher rank, right?
No, you
once you go in the top with a higher rank, but an easier path.
No. All right. I don't know. To be honest, I don't know how this World Cup. So let me preface it by saying this. I don't know how this World Cup works. But the previous World Cup, right, with the 32-team World Cup, you have Group A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? You know how the knockout rounds were. The top 2 teams in each group qualify. If you are 1A, you play against 2B. 2A play against 1B. And then after that, the winner of those 2 play against each other. So 1A and 1B cannot see each other unless they reach the semifinals. It will never happen. Which is what you are talking about. If you win your group, you cannot see the group winner of the next group unless it's in the semifinals.
That's what they're
But that is how World Cups always were. But the stipulation is you had to win your group. What you saying now, is the top 4 teams will never face each other, assuming they win their group.
Never face each other until the finals, the semifinals.
Until the semifinals.
Yes.
And assuming them win them group. If that is the case, Benton, that even add more to FIFA to want England to make sure they win their group. If what you're saying is true, then you're almost guaranteeing the top 4 teams going to win them group.
All right, this is from FIFA itself. This is from FIFA.com, the draw constraints. Quote, for Part 1, Canada, Mexico, and the US are the hosts, will be identified by different colored balls, and when drawn will be assigned to position: A1 for Mexico, green ball; B1 for Canada, red ball; D1 for the US, blue ball, as already established per the match schedule released on 4 February 2024. The remaining 9 top-ranked teams in Pot 1 will be identified by 9 balls of the same color and automatically allocated to position 1 of the group into which they are drawn. To ensure competitive balance, 2 separate pathways to the semifinals have been established when developing the match schedule. In order to have a balanced distribution of the teams, the 4 highest ranked teams in the FIFA Coca-Cola men's ranking, when drawn, will have the following constraints. The highest ranked team, Spain, and the second highest ranked, Argentina, will be randomly drawn into opposite pathways, and the same principle will apply to the third, France, and fourth, England, highest ranked teams. This will ensure that should they win their groups, the 2 highest ranked teams will not meet before the final.
That's the final, though.
But this, all right. So this says final. This says this will ensure that should they win their groups, the 2 highest teams will not meet before the final.
For the final,
but saying not before the semi-final.
No, they can meet before they can meet in the semi-final.
4 of them can meet in a semi.
No. The 2 top teams, the 2 top ranked teams, can still meet in the semifinals if they don't. It is multiples of 4. So
we don't have to go in on a multiple of 4. We just
it is that no, that's what it is. I'm telling you, that's what it is. It's the pyramid system. So you have 4 pyramids and they cannot cross-pollinate.
Yeah.
So if I have
that.
one, right. So if that is the case, it doesn't matter if that team win the zone or don't win the zone. You're not sending the next pyramid until you reach semifinal.
But it says right here, this will ensure should they win the groups.
No, that the top 2 teams will not see each other until the final. But if one of them don't win them group, then you get cross-pollinated when you reach the 4 lane, which is the semifinals, and then you have to determine the next 2. That's when them can cross.
Go and ask your AI.
No, but I have to ask AI.
Ask your AI.
All right, I
and
promise
I
you.
Repeat what the FIFA website is saying.
To ensure
competitive balance. To ensure competitive balance. 2 separate pathways to the semifinals have been established when developing the match schedule. In order to have a balanced distribution of the teams, the 4 highest ranked teams, when drawn, will have the following constraints. The highest ranked team and the second highest rank will be randomly drawn in opposite pathways, and the same principle will apply to the third and the fourth highest ranks. All right, so this will ensure that should they win their groups, the 2 highest ranked teams will meet in the final. That's from the FIFA website.
I promise you, you're going forward back and tell me say I was right.
It's not about right or wrong, because I tell you what FIFA said.
No, but what FIFA is saying is not what you said earlier. It's 2 different things.
No, all right. I am saying BBC is reporting that the BBC saying that these top 4 seeded countries will be able to meet each other until the semifinals for the first time in a tournament.
Right.
That's what BBC is saying. It's semifinals.
Regardless of how you finish in your group zone.
No, but BBC is saying that the group, it says this only applies if the 4 countries win their group. And I said that, That's what BBC has said.
But I'm telling you that they are wrong.
All right, okay. And I'm telling you that that's what BBC said, and then I tell you what FIFA said.
That person who did that report, that wrote that article, is reading what FIFA said, and they're misquoting it.
And here So Junior is saying that BBC is wrong. So these 4 teams that are highest ranked, irregardless of if they win their group or not, they won't meet each other
until the semifinals.
All right.
That is
we're
going
to write it down and we're going to circle back to that.
Yeah.
So hopefully England will not win the group and will meet one of the...
but you can do it. You can when the draw happen, you can do it.
Yeah, we'll see the draw once it happens.
And if I am wrong, I'm going to come out and say I was wrong, but I am 99.999% sure that I'm going to be right.
Fair enough.
Can I do it just like March Madness?
The game, we don't need to do no much. We just read what them said.
Yeah.
No, Friday we'll find out, and my hope is that England get eliminated. Don't even win the group. Don't even come second. Just get eliminated. That would be better. That would be better for all parties involved.
What I'm curious with the Friday is what will the group of death look like? That's what I'm curious to say.
I mean, when you look at these respective pots, I mean, you look at these pots and you just got to go with some of these teams in these pots. You look upon the teams I'm in a pot 4. I mean, you just say, look upon New Zealand. I mean, got to go with them. I mean, it's just... No, all right. This idea of a 58 teams World Cup. At first thought, I do think that there will be some horrible games. But, I mean, it's a very nice looking pot of teams. I mean, these are not necessarily... These are some good teams, even in pot 4, but... I mean, Italy could be in pot 4.
I think and that's the thing. I think that's going to be the group of death, whichever group Italy landed, because they're so lowly ranked, they might end up in a group with Brazil in a group in a part 1.
Yeah, Brazil is in part 1, so Brazil will get a group by itself.
Not by itself, but Brazil might not by draw itself, Italy.
But Brazil will avoid its fellow part 1 teams, i.e. Mexico, Canada, USA,
oh my
Spain,
God, come on,
Argentina,
Benton.
France, England, Brazil, Netherlands, and Germany.
So Brazil might get Portugal and Italy.
No, so Portugal is not part 1 too. That not gonna happen.
Oh.
That you can't have that. You can't have that. I mean, that is that. But at any rate, I mean, the draw is Friday. And I think at some point there will be some level of excitement for the World Cup.
Yeah, well, not for me.
I mean, come on.
Actually, think we talk too much about this idiot World Cup already anyway.
BM says, I hope FIFA is not serious about expanding the team to 64.
I agree. So all right, group of death.
But why wouldn't you do? I mean, there are 200 members, close to 200 members in FIFA. And the objective, I think, of the World Cup was to try to replicate a third or reflect approximately a third of that group. So, I mean, you know, a 50 to 60 sort of tournament is we're looking at 50 to 60.
Yeah, but there actually won't be. World Cup water down, brother.
I know this without coming up. You see that 98, and when I run off the moment when Italy, Arrigo Sacchi, legendary quote say, why they need to expand this thing to 32? You know, this just a bring in bug side like Jamaica. This basically what it say.
Benton.
Yeah.
Benton. Your potential group of death.
Yes.
Can be France. All right. Look on part. I'm gonna up against the clock. Well, I mean, we don't know if you want this exercise right now, but if you were to look at part 2,
I'm
which
looking at
team
part
is it?
2.
Which team is the best team in part 2? Because that team's supposed to be in a group.
So
of
you
that.
have part 2, you have Croatia, Morocco, Colombia, Uruguay, Switzerland, Japan, Senegal, Iran, Korea, Ecuador, Australia.
Which one of them team are going to be group? Croatia?
No. Part 2,
So-
Croatia is not the best team in part 2.
So Japan?
I'd probably say Senegal or Japan.
I was thinking Japan. And then part 3. Who is
And
the best team in part
and the reason why I say, all right, and for full disclaimer, the reason why I say not Croatia, because Luka
They're old.
Modric is still old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How old is the old side? So it's a Japan. And then you go to part 3, the best team in the part 3. South Africa, Norway. I mean, so Japan, Norway, and then you go to part 4, probably Italy. Let's say Italy. Let's say Italy.
Why Panama can't be the best team in a part 3?
Let's we've been in the full conversation right now. Up against the clock. Part 4, Italy. So you have Italy, Norway, Japan, and let's say France. And that's the group of that.
No.
The only reason
Nah. France, I mean, there's no way France, being as highly ranked as they are,
Belgium.
It's going to be facing so many obstacles in a group of that. No.
Belgium. No, but that's the thing. That is a possible zone, though.
Well, this is where you put Belgium in it. Put Belgium and not France.
Wait. But how it go? I think it goes that you can't have 2 teams from the same conference in. I saw it go?
Yeah, there's restrictions on confederations and so forth. I mean, but
So you can't have France and Italy in the same group. But you can have Italy, Brazil. So Italy, Brazil, Japan, Norway. That could be a group of it.
and Italy wants Italy, Japan. Which one?
Norway, Italy, Japan. No, Italy, Japan. Can't say Norway. Italy, Japan, South Africa, and
Italy, Japan, Cote d'Ivoire,
Cote d'Ivoire, and
England.
no. Yeah, England. Yeah, England. Because England I'm proven. I was going to say more like Netherlands.
Nah, I mean, I want England in a group of that because I want to kill them. I mean, this is not the English people. They eliminate the England side. I mean, that I want England in a group of that. I mean, Cote d'Ivoire, England, Japan, and who else? One of those playoff teams in there. Yeah.
Italy.
Yeah. Let the chips fall where they may.
Or it could be Congo.
Or it could be Congo. Yeah. It could be Congo. Or it could be the Reggae Boys. Yo, right, that's enough time for go my way on. But World Cup draw is this Friday. Regardless of the noise and certain things are going, you know, we support World Cup not because of an organization or an entity. We support the culture, the vibes, the people, the atmosphere, and it's football is a sport that bring people together.
Yeah.
Well, not if you are Mona or Ilham.
Or if you're Mona and JC Bobby.
Not if you are Mona and JC. Football typically bring people together. So, you know, regardless of the noise around the World Cup and all the negativity and, you know, we football fans, let's not let people take away the World Cup from us. This is a fluid thing. A fluid sport, a fluid thing. We're, you know, Friday, World Cup draw. Friday. World Cup draw. And I think between now and Friday, all the Obiaman man them when me know me I check them. Anything when we can do for mash up England side.
You see, that's why Jamaica now make it to the World Cup because of
Well,
this kind
that's
of
fine
level
with
of.
me. I'll sacrifice Jamaica for England winning the World Cup any day. Yeah. Because it's not like Jamaica go World Cup go win. In fact, one of them I see them both. Jamaica always a run go for England, look for players. You know? So, can't deal with them. Can't deal with them side there. Yo, I that in a BM. Big up yourself, family. Have a wonderful Thursday. Big up, chat safely. Yeah, and, you know, big up to all listeners on the live. And remember to smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed, you know, consider it. Do it.
We at 508 now.
Why? What I say?
On the road to 510.
Wagwan score update regarding the West Indies cricket team, Junior.
Yo, later, man.
Oh, that's the over corner there. BCN Sports
Yo.
always update the people in panic cricket and all sports.
No, but said last time we did have a coach asleep. My son come home from him go play Carolina. New Zealand at 287 for 2, sir.
Mercy. The two batsmen made of centuries.
Yo, they leading by 351 runs
Chaja.
on the third day.
Ravinja is on 100 for 108 deliveries. Imagine in a test match you make 100 for 107 No, wait.
No, but you know
99.
You know what's going to happen now?
West Indies are lose, man. We know that.
No. We know they're going to lose. But we're talking about the scoring. What New Zealand going to try to do now is by lunch tomorrow, they need to have at least a 450 run lead. So our 500 run lead. They have to try to put up a score that it's impossible for West Indies to lick off, but you give yourself enough time for bowl them down. Junior. So them money, it them a bat fast yet? Wait on.
250 is impossible for West Indies to lick off. Much
yes,
less
sir.
300.
Much less 500.
Much less 500.
They're just 150 runs away from a 500 run lead.
Yeah, man. West Indies. Yo, I that. Big up to the party people then. Big up. Time for go my way. Bless up yourself, family. Bless up.
Yeah,
Gone on the road, you know. Wait, no, wrong outro. Gone on the road, no.